Running Ansible on Windows. Sounds tricky, but it's actually quite smooth. First, we installed WSL, like giving Windows a Linux superpower. Then, we set up Ubuntu. Think of it as your mission control. After that, installing Ansible is a breeze. And before you know it, you're running commands effortlessly. This setup is a lifesaver for automation on Windows. I'm Emma Grace, an IAM expert with 10+ years of hands-on experience designing and deploying identity solutions that scale. I specialize in helping organizations implement secure, user-friendly access controls that reduce risk, meet compliance, and support growth without adding complexity. Ever heard of Ansible? It's like having a personal assistant, but for IT automation. With simple YAML configurations, it works without installing agents, making life way easier. And guess what? It supports multiple platforms, including Windows. So, if you want hassle-free automation, Ansible is the way to go. Why Ansible on Windows? Simple. It's automation magic. It helps you manage Windows and Linux together, cuts down manual errors, and boosts productivity like a caffeine shot. If clicking buttons and running scripts manually sounds exhausting, Ansible is your best friend. Before jumping into Ansible, let's check the prerequisites. First, we enable WSL, because without Linux, Ansible is like a car without fuel. Next, install a Linux distribution, set up Python, and ensure your network is good to go. Think of it as preparing a spaceship before launch. Welcome. Let's dive into running Ansible on a virtual machine. First, we set up the VM, ensuring it's ready to handle automation. Then we install Ansible, because without it, well, this talk would be pretty short. After that, we configure inventory files to tell Ansible which machines to manage. Finally, we test some basic commands to make sure everything works. Ready, because things are about to get automated. Managing Windows hosts with Ansible. Yes, it's possible. We start by enabling remote management, because Ansible needs a way to communicate. Next, we configure Ansible to recognize Windows systems. Then, defining target hosts in the inventory is crucial. And finally, running Ansible modules to automate tasks makes life easier. Automation for Windows. Sounds futuristic, but trust me, it works. WinRM sounds like a secret mission, but it's just a way for Ansible to talk to Windows. First, we install and configure WinRM so Ansible can communicate securely. Next, setting up authentication ensures no one sneaks in uninvited. Then, we test the connectivity, because nothing's worse than automation that doesn't automate. And of course, troubleshooting is part of the game. If something breaks, we fix it. Writing Ansible playbooks for Windows. It's like crafting a to-do list, but way cooler. We start with YAML playbooks, structured for clarity. Then, we define tasks to automate Windows operations. Using Ansible modules allows us to interact with Windows-specific features. Finally, testing ensures that what we've written actually works, because nothing's worse than an automation fail. Now, let's get hands-on. Running ad hoc Ansible commands helps us automate quick tasks. Next, executing playbooks brings structured automation into play. Monitoring execution results tells us if we're automating or just wishfully thinking. And finally, optimizing commands ensures efficiency, because we don't want to make Windows work harder than it needs to. Troubleshooting. Every automation journey has bumps. First, we identify common errors, because knowing what can go wrong is half the battle. Then, resolving WinRM authentication issues ensures our commands don't hit a wall. Debugging playbooks gives us clarity on why things break. Finally, optimizing configurations keeps everything running smoothly, because let's be honest, nothing is truly automated if it's broken. And here we are, the grand finale. Best practices are the secret ingredient to successful automation. Securing Windows hosts prevents unwanted surprises. Optimizing playbooks ensures tasks run efficiently. And keeping Ansible updated means we're always leveraging the latest features. So go forth, automate, and most importantly, Enjoy the power of Ansible. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.